Hello, 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 Mutt Squad. Let's make sure the notification went out. And then check the volume. Notification went out. And then check the volume. Sounds okay, other than my voice is not here, but that is the weather doing that. Today is going to be Q&A. I have a bunch of questions. I don't know if it's 100 of them. I don't know if I'll get through all 100 in the live, but we'll see what happens. Some of them I may not answer because some of them are a little too, maybe a little too personal. Some people just don't listen when you put out, don't ask personal questions, religious questions, or political questions. So, yeah. First question, who is your hero? It might sound funny, but I watched a video a while back, I can't remember who it was, saying that we're all our own heroes. If you could live anywhere, where would it be? Where I'm at now. I love the area where I'm at. What is your biggest fear? Small, confined spaces. I am claustrophobic. When I go into a public restroom, I look for the biggest stall they have because I can't do those little tiny cramped bathrooms. What is your favorite family vacation? Anytime we get to go to Ocean City, Maryland, or Chincoteague, Virginia, or Acetic. What would you change about yourself if you could? The fact of allergies and asthma, I think, would be the only thing I would change. What really makes you angry? Stupid, idiotic people. What motivates you to work hard? Just that in the end, you always have a reward of completing something. What is your favorite thing about your career? I can do it from anywhere. What is your biggest complaint about your job? I don't have one. What is your proudest accomplishment? That I can wake up in the morning and get out of bed. What is your favorite book to read? Anything by James Patterson, but I really, really love his book line about Alex Cross. What makes you laugh the most? Usually when I'm watching one of my favorite TV shows like Last Man Standing or Mom, there's always something hilarious. Or The Golden Girls. Oh my God, I laughed my ass off at The Golden Girls last night. What was the last movie you went to and what did you think? The last time I went to a movie in the movie theater, it was Smurfs 2. And I actually liked it. If you could choose to do anything for a day, what would it be? To go through all the Smithsonian museums, the aquarium in Baltimore, the Maryland Zoo, just all those big, museums and stuff. I kind of actually like that stuff. Okay, next question. Oops. Where'd my question go? Oh, there it is. What's your favorite game or sport to watch and play? Well, I don't play sports, but I do like watching football and NASCAR and dirt track. Would you rather ride a bike, ride a horse, or drive a car? Well, I can't drive. I know how to ride a bike, and I've rode a horse before when I was little. What would you sing at karaoke night? um, it would be one of my favorite country songs at the time. What two radio stations? A says, what two radio stations do you listen to in the car? Well, I don't drive in the car, but I do listen to Q105 and Froggy 99.9 and Bay Country. There are 3 local radio stations here where I'm at. If you could hire someone to help you, would it be with cleaning, cooking, or yard work? I know. I've been sick, so I've been laying low. I finally got my voice back somewhat. I'd hire somebody to do the yard work. If you could only eat one meal for the rest of your life, what would it be? Oh, that's a kick in the stomach. One meal for the rest of your life. Well, it doesn't say what size meal. So I would have to have fried chicken, greens, macaroni and cheese, stuffing, lasagna, broccoli, Brussels sprouts. There's a few other things I'd have to think about adding to that. Who is your favorite author? That's James Patterson. Have you ever had a nickname? What is it? I have several nicknames. Growing up, a lot of my family called me by my middle name, which is Dawn. Then I go by my nickname on here as well as on some other websites of MUTTNUTT. Then there's Nutter Butter, MUTTNUTT, NUTT, Muttley. Oh God, the list goes on. Because a lot of my friends on another program, they switched my name around, and then I have a friend of mine. She calls me her mutton stuffing. Do you like or dislike surprises? Why or why not? It depends on what the surprise is. In the evening, would you rather play video games, visit a relative, watch a movie, or read? With me, it's probably watching TV, playing video games. Right. Like I say, see, some of these questions they asked were too personal. So, what would you want to? Who would you want to be stranded with on a desert island? I don't even want to be stranded on a desert island. So, um, yeah. Next question. If money was no object, what would you do all day? Hit Dollar Tree, Walmart, craft stores, my favorite all-you-can-eat buffet. Spoiling my nieces and my nephew. Wait a minute, we already do that. If you could go back in time, where would you want to travel? I would want to go back to when John Wayne was still alive. I'd love to meet John Wayne. He's one of my favorite Western actors. I would love to go back to that time. What are your hobbies? Video games, my clay, my resin, my YouTube. There's probably a few more in here. What is the best gift you have ever been given? Oh my God. Best gift I've ever been given. Money? What's the worst gift you've ever received? I received a fruitcake from a friend one year at school when we did exchange presents in school. They gave me yeah. I hate fruitcake. Aside from the necessities, what is one thing you could not go a day without? My technology. List 2 pet peeves. I hate when people mess with my desk and move stuff on me. And yeah, I hate when I move stuff on my own self. I can't find it. How many pairs of shoes do you own? 2 pair of tennis shoes, 2 pair of flip-flops, and a pair of slippers. If you were a superhero, what powers would you have? To teleport to wherever I want it to be, and the ability to teleport stuff to where I'm at. What would you do if you won the lottery? First, I'd tell my family. And then second, we're going on a shopping spree. What form of public transportation do you prefer? Air, boat, train, bus, car? Well, around here, we actually have a commuter bus. And I guess you could say that we do have a boat, too, because there's 2 islands off of us that the boat leaves the dock several times a day to go to them. What is your favorite zoo animal? Oh, in our local zoo, it would be our white-tailed deer, the wolves, the fox, the bear, the Indian bears, the spider monkeys, the bison, the eagles, the lynx, the little cottontail monkeys too. I love the little cottontail monkeys. They're so cute. Pretty much almost everything that's in our zoo. Okay. If you could go back in time and change one thing, what would it be? I wouldn't change nothing. Okay. If you could share a meal with 4 individuals, living or dead, who would they be? John Wayne, oh wow, John Wayne, Colt Ford, George Jones, Kenny Rogers. Yeah. How many pillows do you sleep with? 2, 4, 6, 7, 8. About 11. But I don't sleep with all of them under my head. But there's usually 11 pillows on my bed at any given time. What is the tallest building you've ever been to the top in? Oh, it's the Lighthouse in Acetic, Maryland, or Acetic, or Chincoteague. Is that Chincoteague or Acetic? Anyway, oh, that lighthouse, I forget how tall that lighthouse is. Hey, Google, how tall is the Acetic Lighthouse?
The Acetic light is 141 feet tall.
Yeah. I've actually been to the top of that. Let me see here. Acetic, Maryland Lighthouse. No, that's not what I asked you.
Playhouse.
Acetic, Maryland Lighthouse.
Here it is. Acetic Lighthouse, 1833.
And there's a picture of it. I've actually been to the top of that. It's, yeah, it's a trek, believe me. It's a trek just to even get into where it's at. Let alone climb the steps to the top of it. Would you rather trade intelligence for looks or looks for intelligence? Looks don't matter to me, and I know I'm intelligent. How often do you buy clothes? Once in a blue moon, really? A lot of times, I have clothes that have been gifted to me. What is your favorite holiday? Pretty much all of them. I can't pick one, really pick one over the other. What is the last thing you watched on TV? Young and the Restless and Bold and the Beautiful. Last book you've read? I actually haven't read a book in a while. But the last one I do remember reading was it what book was that? Oh, it was a Polymer Clay ebook. What is your favorite type of foreign food? I like Mexican, I like Chinese, I like Italian. You know. Are you a clean or messy person? My desk would say I'm a messy person, but the rest of my room would say I'm a clean person. Yeah, my desk, I just haven't, I've been feeling under the weather. I just haven't straightened it up yet. Who would you want to play you in a movie of your life? I really don't want to do a movie of my life. How long does it take you to get ready in the morning? It depends on what I have to do that day. Most of the time, it could take me a couple hours to get up, get going. But if I know I have something I need to get done and do, I can get ready in a matter of minutes. What kitchen appliance do you use every day? Well, me and my mom, is basically our air fryer and our Instapot. What is your favorite fast food chain? It would be McDonald's and Hardee's. What is your favorite family recipe? That would be the cookies that we make around Christmas time, the oatmeal raisin walnut cookies. Hold on, yeah. Hello? Hello? Say so. Anyway, do you love or hate roller coasters? I hate them with a passion. You ain't get me on a roller coaster, sorry. What is your favorite family tradition? The dinner we do for Christmas Eve and New Year's Eve. Favorite childhood memory? Anytime we went to the beach. What's your favorite movie? Well, I love John Wayne movies. So any John Wayne movie. Hey, Brandon. Any John Wayne movie, basically. Any of the Fast and Furious movies except freaking Tokyo Drift. I cannot. That is the one Fast and Furious movie I cannot stand. You know, I like action movies, cartoon movies, stuff like that. So I have a lot of favorite movies. I can't say I really have one favorite movie. How old were you when you learned Santa was not real? Santa's not real? Who's lying? Somebody's lying. Santa is real in everybody's hearts, believe me. Is your glass half full or half empty? Depends on the day and what's going on. What 3 items would you take with you on a desert island? Well, first up, I'm going to take flint and steel. Okay, they come as a package deal. That way I have fire. I want a machete. That way I can cut down, you know, trees or whatever. That, make my own shelter. And a pot with some silverware. Because I'm going to find my own food. I'm resourceful like that. What was your favorite subject in school? Science, art, music, and my VOTEC class. What is the most unusual thing you've eaten? Most would say alligator, emu, because I've had emu jerky. Most people would say that. And I've actually had chocolate-covered grasshoppers before. They're an acquired taste. I've only ate them once, but. Do you collect anything? Yeah, I collect ink pens. You might as well say I collect polymer clay now and resin stuff. Considering I have over 200 bags of polymer clay. Is there anything you wished would come back into fashion? The jelly sandals. I actually used to love wearing those when I was little. They were called jellies. Are you an introvert or extrovert? I'm a little bit of both. Which of the 5 senses would you say is your strongest? My sense of smell I believe in my sense of hearing. It's a tie for those two. Are you related or distantly related to anyone famous? Yeah. On my dad's side, we're related to Mary Queen of Scots of England. If you were ruler of your own country, what would be your first law you would introduce? Fruits and vegetables are free to everyone. Because I think people need to start eating more fruits and vegetables and lay off the junk food. Who was your favorite teacher in school and why? My high school science teacher, Miss Carson. Just because she was, oh my gosh, she was a ball of fun energy to be around. If you had a warning label, what would yours say? Warning, go from sweet, innocent, nice to bitchin' 2.3 seconds. Don't flip my bitch switch. What song would you say sums you up the best? Um, oh wow. I really don't know. I mean, there's several songs that could do that. What celebrity would you like to meet at Starbucks for a cup of coffee? It's not actually really a celebrity, it's more of a singer. Um, I'd love to meet a lot of my favorite country singers. Um, like George Strait, Dolly Parton, um, Keith Urban, Jimmy Allen. I've already met Colt Ford. Weren't at Starbucks, but it was at a NASCAR race. What is the most interesting thing you've seen out your office or kitchen window? Um, it would be my bedroom window, but me and mom, we're still thinking it was a small fox that we seen across the street one day. Plus, we get to see the deer when they come out too, as well. On a scale of 1 to 10, how funny would you say you are? Depends on the day. What was your first job? My very first job was actually working for Friends of the Family, taking care of his rabbits and picking his grapes off his grapevine for him. How many languages do you speak? I speak one, English. What is your favorite family holiday tradition? It would be the family dinner that we do on New Year, well, for New Year's Eve and for Christmas Eve. If you had to describe yourself as an animal, which would you be? Well, it depends on the day. Some days I would say an elephant, some days a giraffe, some days a zebra. You know, what is one thing you will never do again? A haunted forest. That scared the living shit out of me. And then there was small space you had to crawl through. Yeah. Never again. That is it. I can't believe I got through all those. Let's see. Let's go to another. I have another set of questions. Hold on. Let's go through some of these other ones. What animal would be the cutest if scaled down to the size of a cat? Oh, I think a zebra would be so cute, or a giraffe. What inanimate object would be the most annoying if it played loud, upbeat music while being used? An ink pen. Oh my God, that would drive me insane. What weird food combinations do you really enjoy? Okay, this is a Maryland thing. If you don't know what Old Bay is, then you won't understand. And we pretty much put that on in almost everything. I've actually had it lightly sprinkled on top of vanilla ice cream. It was pretty good. We put it on our French fries. It goes in our soups. It's not only, we put it in our fried chicken batter. Yeah, you have to be Maryland, Delaware, or Virginia to really understand Old Bay. Welcome back, Sissy. I knew you were over there somewhere. Where do you get your news? I usually watch the local news or one of the reputable, like MSNBC, NBC, ABC, CBS, those affiliates online. What movie can you watch over and over without ever getting tired of it? McClintock, Donovan's Reef, Hatari, The Toy, all three of the Smokey and the Bandits, Police Academies. Yeah. What is the most epic way you've seen someone quit or get be fired? Oh my! It was there's a TikTok video going around. The woman works for Walmart. Okay, she comes across the loudspeaker, and I mean, she gives a speech about how bad the different people are and all this stuff and blah 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 blah, and it tells them she quits. What is the most creative use of emojis you've ever seen? I've seen people take emojis and actually make pictures out of them. When you stand back, you don't see the emojis. You see like a picture. Okay. In the past, people were buried with items they would need in the afterlife. What would you want to be buried with so you could use it in the afterlife? My technology. Where do you get most of the decorations for your home? If mom doesn't make them, she buys them at Dollar Tree. What food is delicious but a pain to eat? I have to say, if you've never done it before, it would be steamed crabs. They can be a pain to pick. Who was your craziest, most interesting teacher? That would be my high school science teacher, Miss Carson. She was a trip. What was the last photo you took? I think it was a picture of Zoe. Some of these questions just don't make no sense, so that's why I'm skipping them. What is the spiciest thing you've ever eaten? When I was little, it would have been a Scotch bonnet, pepper. But I would say here lately, it's been sriracha. When I get my sushi, it has, the sriracha. What obstacle would you include in the world's most amazing obstacle course? Mud pits. Yeah, mud pits. When was the last time you got to tell someone, yeah, I told you so? The other day. Yep. When I told somebody my Ravens were going to win the game, and they won the game. What would a world of populated by clones of you be like? Scary. What's your cure for hiccups? I just till they go away. I'll hold my breath. Yeah, drink water, whatever. I try everything, and usually you just gotta wait them out. Do you think aliens exist? Yeah, I'd like to meet an alien. What is the most interesting building you've ever seen or been in? That would have been any of the Smithsonian's in Washington, D.C., Walter's Art Gallery in Baltimore, the Baltimore Aquarium. They're all very interesting buildings. What mythical creature do you wish really existed? Dragons, unicorns, mermaids. Uh, some of these questions are really irrelevant. Let's see. What smartphone feature would you actually be excited for a company to implement? Better speech to text. Some smartphone apps, the speech to text really sucks. What movie quote do you use on a regular basis? It's kind of out of the Smokey and the Bandit. It's when Jerry Reed's character says he tells Bandit something, and then after he's done, he tells the dog, "We're gone, killer," or "We're eastbound and down." Oh my God, what is the funniest actual name you've heard of someone having? It would have been a guy on Price is Right today. His name was Sasquatch. His real name is Sasquatch. If you were moving to another country but could only pack one carry-on size bag, what would you pack? I would pack all my technology in it because my softbox light collapses down, my ring lights collapse down, then all my other technology. I could fit all my technology pretty much that I need in one carry-on bag. And then I could just buy new clothes, make money and buy new clothes when I get to the country, or have my other stuff shipped to me. If magic was real, what spell would you try to learn first? The spell of, if I want it, I can blink it here. If you were a ghost and could possess people, what would you make them do? I would possess my exes and make them punch themselves in the face or in the throat. That would be so fun. What game have you spent most hours playing? Oh, that would be the original Zelda 1 and 2, all three of the Super Marios for the original Nintendo, uh, Zelda Wind Waker, Zelda Twilight Princess, Spyro. I had three different Spyros, but the one I played the most was Spyro Enter the Dragonfly, I believe is what it's called. Paper Mario. Oh, I have spent hours playing Paper Mario. The new Super Mario Wii. What's the one with the rock? The Mummy. Not the Mummy. I have one. I know it started the rock. Scorpion King. Scorpion King. That's what it's called. Believe me, I've played so many video games. I lose track of. What movie, picture, or video always makes you laugh, no matter how often you watch it? That would be any of the Smokey and the Bandits, The Toy, um, McClintock, Dobbins Reef, Atari. If you could have an all-expense paid trip to see any famous monument, which monument would you choose? I'd want to go to the Lincoln Memorial, you know, Washington Monument, um, different monuments in DC. Even though I've been a bunch of times as a child, I still would want to go see them. If animals could talk, which animal would be the most annoying? Um, I'd be scared if animals could talk because I really don't want to know what my cats would have to say to me and my mom. What's the most addicted to a game you've ever been? Um, when I sat and played Super Mario 3 for almost 24 hours straight. What's the coldest you've ever been? I really don't remember being extremely cold because around here, usually it doesn't get I mean, it gets cold, but um, we've not had no rock bottom chilly and colds here. What poltergeist from a book or movie would make the worst roommate? Slimer for Ghostbusters. Do you eat food that's past its expiration date if it still smells and looks fine? Depends on what it is. What is the most depressing meal you've ever eaten? It would have been at Ruby Tuesdays when they said they had crab cakes. And they bring out this thing is not a crab cake. You don't put celery in a crab cake or a green pepper. And it did not taste like a crab cake. What's the most interesting documentary you've ever watched? Um, it would have been about the life of John Wayne, I believe it was. It was John Wayne and a couple others actors they were doing a documentary about. What's the last song you sung along to? Sugar Boom Boom. What's the funniest thing you've ever done or had happened to you while your mind was wandering? I walked into a door. I actually walked into a door frame. I wasn't, my mind was elsewhere. I wasn't paying attention and walked into my door frame of my bedroom. It was funny. If you were given $5 million to open a small museum, what kind of museum would you create? I would actually do one of the local watermen and famous people from my town. Which of your vices or bad habits would be the hardest to give up? Um, for my habit of soda, I have to have my caffeine. Yeah, I know you can buy caffeine pills, but no, thank you. Do you know I've not been to a Ruby Tuesdays in almost 3 years? I think it is now. It was way before pandemic the last time me and Mom went to a Ruby Tuesdays. And I know from what I've been told, our Ruby Tuesdays in Fruitland shut down. I think the one in Pocomoke's still open though. But you can get a bus to Pocomoke, but then you still got to cross back across the little road there and walk to the Ruby Tuesdays, which is over by the Lowe's. When was the last time you slept more than 9 hours? Pretty much the last couple days this week. And that was just because I haven't been feeling good. How comfortable are you speaking in front of large groups of people? Well, I could do it here on YouTube, but I don't know if I could really do it in front of a large group of people in person. Who has zero filter between their brain and their mouth? My sister and my oldest niece. It's hilarious to hear the things that come out of their mouth. You never know what to expect. You know something crazy is gonna come out, but you just don't know what. It's hilarious, especially with my niece. She has no filters. It's funny. She speaks her mind. She'll tell you like it is. She don't sugarcoat it. But that's our baby girl, though. Something like say some of these questions are just. You still have a golden corral? Be lucky. We ain't had a golden corral in God knows how long. We used to love going to Golden Corral. They closed. They just shut our Golden Corral down for no reason. I mean, our Golden Corral shut down way before pandemic. I mean, what, Bonanza? Bonanza they went bankrupt. This is why Bonanza shut down. Our Golden Corral used to be in Salisbury, and they shut down like 2 or 3 years before pandemic. What is the silliest thing you've ever seen someone get upset about? Oh my God, it would have been in a restaurant when they ordered a salad. Didn't realize it come with some kind of, I don't know if it was the egg or what it was on it. And they got irate with the worker because it had egg on it. Like, read the description in the menu and you'll know it comes in your salad. I actually haven't had the bacon and ranch suddenly salad in a long time. Cheeseburger. When was the last time I had a cheeseburger? I don't remember. We had one not too long ago, but it wasn't the bacon. It was, I think it was the Italian one. Okay, the spamming jerk. Well, thank you, sis. Socks. Okay. Well, we know the spamming jerk likes socks. Wow, sis. It just sucks that when you do YouTube shorts, they do not count for the time that they get watched, and everything does not count into your 1K for needing the 4K watch hours. Yeah, the time that when you do a short YouTube short, that doesn't count for your watch hours. How do you make yourself sleep when you can't seem to get to sleep? I lay there and watch TikTok videos till I fall asleep. What are some of the best vacations you've ever had? Anytime we get to go to the beach or Ocean City. What animal would be most terrifying if it could speak? A hyena, I would think. If you were giving 1,000 acres of land that you did not need to pay taxes on, but couldn't sell, what would you do with it? First, I'd build myself a farm on it. House, barns for animals. Um, I'd use some for farmland. Um, my nieces, my nephew, my sister, my brother-in-law would have the house there. Yeah, I turned it into a farm. What is the most ridiculous animal on the planet? A goddamn mosquito. Oh, you look like a creepy. I ain't a sock lover, but whatever. Wow. Do you even think before you speak or type, you dumb idiot? Sis, 2 cents ain't even going to give them common sense. What is the worst thing you've ever eaten out of politeness? That would be that crab cake at Ruby Tuesdays, just because I was with a friend and they bought it for me, and I didn't want to be rude and be that person that, returns a meal because it's not what they think. But I never ordered crab cakes from there again. I guess when you grow up eating crab cakes all your life and you know how they're made, yeah, it was like, do you know when you get the fish sticks, they have they're like minced fish in them. It's not actually like a little piece of fish inside the breading. It was like they minced the crab meat up into a filler and added green peppers and celery in it. I mean, when you think of a crab cake, okay, this is when you think of a Maryland crab cake, and it was listed on their menu as a Maryland crab cake. Yeah, no. No, I don't want that. Okay, now there's 2 different ways we make Maryland crab cakes right here. They make what's called the lump, which is pretty much mostly crab meat with a little bit of filler, which they look like this. Okay. Oh shoot, I forgot about that green. So they kind of look like this, all right? Then we make them where they look like this, like you would make a tuna cake, okay? But still, it's a little bit of breading, the crab meat and all. But still, that's a crab cake, okay? And basically what a crab cake consists of is the blue crab meat. Some people put mayonnaise in it, breadcrumbs, a beaten egg, and we put mustard in it. Now, some will take, instead of the mayonnaise, they'll use an egg. But it also depends on what part of the region of Maryland you're from, too, is the ingredients that go in your crab cakes. Then we put Old Bay in there as well. So, but depending on where you're from in Maryland, you could go to 6 different restaurants within 5 blocks of each other, and the crab cakes could be all different. But they're not going to contain celery or green pepper. And it's not going to be like a minced up fish cake. Oh, the chocolate cake from Ruby Tuesdays is good though. I'm not picky. I just, when you're from somewhere and you go and order something that says Maryland crab cake, you expect a Maryland crab cake. Not that. Not a, I don't even know. I don't even know what it was. So, yeah. I know, right? I just still had to comment on what they said, though. I'm like, I'm not picky. It's just when you read something and the way it was described, and it did not say anything about containing celery or green pepper in it. So you're expecting what you know is a Maryland crab cake, you know. But I'm like, I should have really said something about it. I should have probably bitched about it and would have got it for free, but I wasn't being that person. You know, you see that person in a restaurant that, and I had an ex that was like that, but, you know, welcome in dreams and wishes. What is the grossest food that you can't get enough of? Well, most people in my family would say that is sushi and avocado for me, and hummus. What movie or books do you know the most quotes from? My mother would tell you that it's Hatari, Donovan's Reef, or McClintock. Probably McClintock. I can actually quote that movie word for word before they say it. What was one of the most interesting concerts you've been to? There's several. It would have been the Colt Ford that me and Mom attended at a NASCAR race in Delaware. Would have been when I got to go see Bare Naked Ladies, because I got to be right up by the stage. Um, it would have been when I got to go see Matchbox 20, Goo Goo Dolls, and Kate Earl, and we were third row center stage. And it would have been when I got to go see Merle Haggard 6 months to the day he died. And we were third row center stage. Probably when I got to see Lady Antebellum, well, they're Lady A now, and what was the other one? Little Big Town. And I got to see those at a NASCAR race that I went to with my ex the 2 times before Mom got to go with us. But she actually got to go with us at one time because she actually had enough leave time at work she could go. Oh, dreams and wishes. That's cool. There's a lot of people that do that. They like to actually watch and support YouTubers. They don't do YouTube themselves, but they're what we call content supporters. Oh, that's okay. I'm in the United States, and believe me, my own English is bad. What are some misconceptions about your hobby? One that polymer clay is not easy to work with, which it is. See that all resins have strong odor. No, they don't. Um, oh, Walker, I am so in love with Walker Hayes' song right now, Fancy Like. And I've always been a Rascal Flatts fan. I'm a huge country music fan. So I was born and raised on country music. What is the smartest thing you've ever seen an animal do? Believe it or not, we had a cat that would actually pee in the toilet. I mean, he would get up there, he would pee in the toilet, and then he would actually smack at the handle trying to flush the toilet. What is the most annoying noise? A goddamn car alarm that somebody just lets go off. What did you Google last about crab cakes? What is the dumbest thing someone has argued with you about? Where do I start with that list? But most recently, it would have been about one of my favorite songs. It's called Who's Going to Fill Their Shoes? Someone wanted to argue with me that George Jones did not sing that song. Yes, George Jones did sing Who's Going to Fill Their Shoes? Believe me, I know. It's one of my favorite songs by him. If money and practicality were not a problem, what would be the most interesting way to get around town? I'd want to ride a horse. What's the longest rabbit hole you've ever been down? Sis, what's the longest rabbit hole we've ever been down? When we had to deal with a certain someone. Oh, yeah, I know how that is about exes. What is the most frustrating product you own? Yeah, right, sis? Believe it or not, the most frustrating product I own would be one of my tripods that I set up sometimes. It can be a bitch to set up, but it's very functional. but it could be a bitch to set up. What odd smell do you really enjoy? The smell of burning NASCAR tires and race fuel. If you're a NASCAR fan or a dirt track fan, oh God, the smell of a dirt track. The smell of a stinking marsh when tides are killing the marsh. You know, the marsh grass is off. You know. See, it's just, yeah, everybody's got, yeah. What is the coolest animal you've ever seen in the wild? I would have to say that would be the Maryland herd and the Virginia herd of wild ponies that we have. Or the Sika deer, or the foxes, or the snowy owl. Actually, I don't know if anybody got to see the snowy owl this year. I don't even know if it returned or not. Eagles, hawks, osprey, different shorebirds and stuff. What food do you crave most often? Well, it depends on when we go to the restaurant once or twice a month. It could be anything from one of their chicken sandwiches they have, or whatever, something they got on special, or scratch burger, special sauce, bacon jam, onion ring, burger, cheese. Oh, it's good, believe me. Whoa, what happened to my screen just went huge for a minute. Now I gotta find where I was. There we go. Oh yeah, the smell of the cut of fresh cut grass, yeah. Or in the summertime when the roads are really, really hot and you get that summer rain across it, the smell of that, or the smell of rain hitting fresh turned dirt. Which the most beautiful beach you've ever been to? Oh, see, that's a toss up because Ocean City, Chincoteague, and Acetic are three beautiful beaches. Um, oh, I just scratched my foot. There are three beautiful beaches. Oh yes, sawdust. Don't even get me started with that because we raised chickens growing up when I was young, and when they would totally clean the chicken house out and bring in new shavings. Oh, just the smell of those pine shavings was, oh my God. Okay, yeah, no, I don't look like the model. What's the most anxiety-inducing thing you do on a regular basis? When you go to the grocery store, all the stupid people, being around all the stupid people. Oh my God. Me and mom actually encountered a Karen in our own food line the other day. Even though she didn't say nothing, it was just the way she was acting. She was like on a scooter, and an old lady on a scooter, and she wanted to block the aisles. And when you were trying to get through this, she would get huffy and shit. Yeah, I've seen it, but I've never had it. It doesn't. It just didn't look appetizing to me. Aw, she's Zoe. Zoe's asleep on my bed. Oh, sis. Yeah. When was the last time I talked to you anyway? Um, we lost Sugar. She passed away on Halloween. No, November 1st. It was November 1st. It was the day after Halloween. So now we just got Precious and Zoe. Was she in there with you? Oh, she's in there by her door. She loves to sit by the door, front door. Oh, Bob, Precious taking a bath. Yeah, we just got Precious and Zoe now. Yeah, she's always taking. I swear to God, she's the cleanest cat we've ever had. What naps are the most satisfying? Any nap. What's the funniest TV show you've ever seen? Last Man Standing. Oh my God, that show is so funny. What animal is the most majestic? The eagle. What's the weirdest text or email you've gotten? It would have been the other day. Me and mom were down at the local restaurant eating, and somebody just texted me, "Hi, how are you? How have you been?" And I'm like, I don't know who you are. I'm like, you must have the wrong number. Do you like things to be carefully planned, or do you go with the flow? It depends on what it is. What animal would you most like to eat? Chicken, fish, deer, buffalo, um, cow. Um, I'm not vegetarian, so pretty much a lot of animals are on that plate. Alligator. If you could airdrop anything you want, worth $2 million or less, anywhere you want, what would you airdrop and where would you airdrop it? Okay. It would be whatever craft supplies my nieces want, whatever tools my nephew would want, whatever craft supplies me and mom would want. There'd be some different foods and stuff in there, clothes, you know, all kinds of stuff. And I'd have it airdropped right into my front yard. That way my nieces and my nephews could come pick their stuff up. An epic feast is held in your honor. What's on the table? All my favorite comfort foods, steamed crabs, lobster, crab legs, shrimp, uh, you know, fried chicken, mashed potatoes, macaroni and cheese, gravy, you know, all my favorites. How ambitious are you? It depends on the day. What do you like or dislike about where you grew up? I love everything about where I grew up. There ain't nothing I dislike about growing up and living in the country or where I'm at now. When was the last time you stayed up through the entire night? A couple days ago. I don't know. I just couldn't get to sleep. I have those days where You know, I just can't sleep. And I think I threw because it was around time change. Time change was coming, and I think it just threw my sleep schedule off, which I finally got that. I think I got that back on pattern. So, what's the oldest thing you own? Oh, that would be my Tweety Bird pin, which not sure where that is right now. It actually was made the year before I was born. So it was made in 1977. Where's the best place you've been for taking walks? The path out across the street from my house. Who in your life is the worst at using technology? My mother. What do you do when you hear something fall in the middle of the night while you're in bed? You yell at the cats to go lay down and go to sleep because it's pretty much one of them knocking something down. What topic could you spend hours talking about? Brandon, for one, if you stick a pin in the of a hot air balloon, nothing's really going to happen. Um, what's going to mess up a hot air balloon is the um, flame that keeps the balloon inflated. If something happens to that, then the balloon's coming crashing down. You would have to rip a huge hole in the side of that balloon to make it to make anything happen. Just sticking a pin in the side of it's not going to do nothing. But back to my question, what topic could you spend hours talking about? There's lots of topics I could spend hours talking about. My polymer clay, my resin, things that are going on, now, I'm not talking about politics or religion, but other things that are going on in the world. Which way should the toilet paper hang, over or under? It doesn't fucking really matter to me. Just as long as I can get that damn toilet paper off the roll when I need it. I don't care if it hangs up, down, sideways, byways, crossways. What is the most physical pain you have ever experienced? Stepping on a goddamn freaking ass fucking Lego. I could take stepping on a thumbtack. Yes, that's painful. I could take tapping on a thumbtack. Yes, that's painful. But you do not know fucking pain. Even hitting your knee on the trailer hitch, hanging off the back of a truck or whatever, that hurts. But the fucking pain of a Lego, oh, I don't ever want to experience that shit again. What is the most rage-inducing game you've ever played? It would have been for the original Nintendo, and it's called Gunsmoke. It's a game called Gunsmoke. What piece of art would you create if you had to pretend to be an artist and submit something to a gallery? It would probably be a mixed media piece between using polymer clay and resin and some other art mediums. Just like a abstract work. What is the best sandwich you've ever eaten? That's two different ones. That would be the chicken Chesapeake, which is a grilled chicken breast, cheese, hot crab dip, and I get mushrooms and bacon put on mine. And then the Scratch Burger, which is a burger with special sauce, bacon jam, onion ring, and cheese. I think I get mushrooms on that sometimes too. What's the worst thing you've ate from a fast food restaurant? I believe we were in Delaware, and the fries from the one McDonald's they were questionable. They weren't that good. What's the most annoying thing about the social media platform you use the most? It would be all the freaking ads on some of the social medias. I wish we were able to turn them off. If you were hired to show tourists what life is really like where you live, what would you show them, have them do? I would show them about the culture of the watermen around here, and then teach them how to pick crabs and clean crabs, cook crabs, catch crabs. What nicknames do you have for people in your life? Well, my one niece call her baby girl. The other one's Maya Daya. And then Steven, we call him Froggy. Okay. If you had a giraffe that you need to hide, where would you hide it? I don't think that would be an easy feat to hide a giraffe. What's the clumsiest thing you've ever done? Walked into a wall. Tripped over my own big feet. What's the most amazing place in nature you've been? Um, that would have been trails in Acetic and Chincoteague. You know, there's one called the Wildlife Loop that you can drive. There's trails that you can walk, and you actually get chances to see the wild ponies and other wildlife. Where's your go-to restaurant for amazing food? Right down the street from my house. Like 15 or minute or less walk down the street from my house. Oh, that's it on those. That's it on the questions. I don't have no more questions. That was interesting. So, anybody else have any questions, comments, suggestions? I'm just trying to run this out to the 2-hour mark. or a little over the 2-hour mark because we're already at an hour, 46 minutes. So, ow! Let's check voicemail.
To listen to your messages, press 1. To send a message to another subscriber, press 2. To listen to your new messages, press 1. To listen to your saved new voice message received 10:33 a.m. today from 46942328552 seconds. End of message. To listen, invalid entry. To listen again, press 1. To save the message, press 2. To delete, press 3. To forward, press deleted. New voice message received 7:03 p.m. yesterday from 2.
All right, y'all. Catch y'all later. Peace.